Okay, so I'm having some challenges in every one of my classes. It doesn't mean everybody is having this challenge, but there's a lot of people that are over relying on this to-do list. That's not the only place that you check things. So I am here in Canvas and I have it in the student view, and I'm going to reset. I mean, it's pretty much reset, but I'm going to reset my student view so you can see all these uh, reasons why you do not just use the to-do list. Okay, so I believe that's all reset. Yes. Okay, so this student has done nothing, this test student. So you can see that in the to-do list here, there are announcements, there are some assignments, there are some discussions, but you can see here, this assignment due Wednesday, read your syllabus and email me is right here. And then if I go down, let's see, this is not there, the actual syllabus itself. So if you clicked on those items over there, you wouldn't be able to see the syllabus in order to read it. Define science is there, okay? And this one actually has a little mark here that if I leave it alone, so the assignment is overdue, okay? This is also not reliable for all of your assignments. So your to-do list and these are helpful, but they are not reliable for making sure you have everything done. So again, I go here to the next item here. Now this was an item that was not necessary for any of my assignments, but some students were asking for it. I apologize for the background noise. I'm sorry about that. So this schedule right here is not over here. Okay. Now this right here, this due Friday scientific explorations, explanations, and interpretations, reading and practice, you'll see those are not over here either. It kind of looks like one might be, but this is this attendance one right here. So these are not there. And this is why. The only things you're going to find here, as far as I understand, there's three things that are going to be populated here. One are announcements, okay? Two are discussions and assignments that are graded inside of Skyward. That means you have, not inside of Skyward, I'm sorry, inside of Canvas. That means you finish the assignment and submit it, and I have to look at it to grade it. Now, these assignments don't fit that category because they are done outside of Canvas. It graded outside of Canvas, and then the grade is submitted in. So that's not on your to-do list here. Why it's like that, I don't know, but I searched and searched and searched for a workaround. One does not exist, so I can't fix it for you. And the third reason, or the third item that would go on a to-do list, is if I created a page or an item over here called pages, I could assign you pages to look at. And I may use that for some things in the future. For instance, I might have been able to put the syllabus on a page, but I can't get everything onto your to-do list, so you can't trust this 100%. You should definitely finish everything on your to-do list. You also can't trust these 100% for your overdue assignments. If an assignment is in this list for week 1, you need to make sure you go through all these items in week 1. You can't just skip and go to your to-do list. Now, I've kind of been evolving along this process as I go, but as you can see right now, I have the week 3, 9/14 through 9/18 listed here, and these three items all say Monday. Actually, this one does too, and then these three items all say Tuesday. So you know, oh my gosh, these are all due Monday. I don't need to go to my to-do list to know that. I don't need to be worried about these little like assignment is overdue marks to know that. I need to go into the module and look in the module to make sure that I've gone through every one of the assignments. Now, all that said, there is a place you can go to double check that everything is done. So you can't trust the to-do list 100%. You can't trust these little marks 100%. You can and should go through your modules 100% as class moves along. But as a backup, you can go to your grades here. and this will tell you if something is done. So this is a really bad student, so he doesn't have anything done here. Now, why don't I go and finish a couple assignments for him, or at least submit a couple assignments for him really quick so you can get an idea. So I will click on read your syllabus and email for me. And it says you have to email something in, okay? I can't do anything else there. You have to go somewhere else and email it so I can see it. I'm going to look at one of the discussions right here. Remember, that's one that actually was populated in the to-do list and had a little icon. So in here it says, please describe your understanding of what science is, and as opposed to the thread. Science is a highly methodical. I'm not going to give you all the answers, but that's a good start. And I'm going to post that. Obviously, that's not a completed post, but for my purposes, I just want to submit something. Okay, so that is now submitted. So I can, I'm going to go home. So I clicked on an assignment that was just instructions. I looked at an assignment and did one that was a discussion post. Now I'm going to click on one that is just a reading here. Takes a moment to load up. So this one is just a reading, okay, for me to read. Okay, now I'm going to click on the practice. And some of you in my classes, your reading and practice are combined. You don't have them separate. So I click on the practice here. Okay, it's loading up. Load, 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 load. Okay. Now, okay, so start practicing. And I keep telling people not to trust this. I don't know if it's because I've reset this student so many times, this test student. But anyway, I'm going to start practicing. It says I've got 0 out of 10 now. Someone's subjective view or position on the subject is called an opinion. Okay, I'm just going to do one answer here. You can stop early. All these assignments you should finish all the way through 10, because if you get one wrong, it doesn't matter. In fact, I'll just go forward, and some of you may not have seen that. So a blank is information that is true. That would be fact, right? But I'm going to click opinion, check it, see it's wrong, right? Gives me a chance to try again. Easy peasy. Click that, check it, okay? And I'm just going to fly through this really quick and finish this for you. Following is objective, fact, go. Which of the following is, oh, click all that apply. Oops. Okay, there we go. Trying to do my work too fast. Select all that apply. Opinion, fact. Yeah, okay, fact. Opinion, fact, opinion, fact, check, good. Click next. Facts in blank are not subject to bias. Data, check, next. Based on Susan sneezing and having itchy eyes, one can conclude that she definitely has a cold. No. Any of you with allergies know that. Next, scientific explanations and interpretations are not based on facts. False. They are very much based on facts. Now you can quit these early, and it'll basically tell you, it'll take you back to a page where you submit or turn it in, and I'll show you that, but then it'll give you a warning. Are you sure you want to do that? Because you're being dumb and turning something in when you haven't finished it, and you can easily get a whole 100%. No, it doesn't quite say that, but pretty much. Let's see, so did I miss something wrong? Data are factual information that has been collected from the scientific literature by systematic observations and experiments. That's true. Facts and opinions are the same thing. That is false, although in this day and age, some people seem to think they're the same. Which one of these statements is a fact? Leos have more fire personality. Astrological is big warning there, not fact. Dogs are the best. Best, warning, not fact. Leaves can only be green. You know that's not a fact because they can be more than green. The equator is a circle of latitude. That is a fact. C is tricky because it's being stated like a fact. Okay, so it comes to this point. So you notice I got to 10 even though I got one wrong. So I'm going to stop. This is that really important part right here. Click turn in. Some of you will have to go back into your reading. The practice window will be here and the reading will be underneath it. And you can close out the practice window and click a yellow turn in button. For some of you it's green, but it'll say turn in. Turn in. Oh, interesting. This is asking me if I'm sure I want to turn it in for 100%. So of course I do. It's 100%. Okay. So now I've done 3 different assignments. Now I'm going to go to the grades and look at how those 3 different assignments look in the grades. So the read your syllabus and email me, nothing, right? Because you didn't submit anything in here. I have to look at it outside and then I put it in. So you have to think, why is that one blank? Oh, because Mr. Maurer got it in his email. You know, this one here, the discussion, you can see that there's something there. So it's been turned in. Now I can highlight it. It says I can still do the same thing there that I can here. Click to test a different score. Click to test a different score. You can click on these and put in a score. It doesn't mean you're giving yourself a grade. It just means you're seeing what would happen if you had that grade to the rest of your stuff. So this one here, that was the practice I did. It's got a 10. And this is the reading. It just shows that I got it done. Okay? So those were automatically graded. These will not go in your to-do list. And they will not have that little dash next to them. You can only see them done in here. So you have to, 1, go through your module. Make sure you've gone through step by step. Okay? 2, you can look out for these little extra things that are helpful, but you can't rely upon them. These are helpful, tells you you're missing something. This is helpful, tell you you've got something you got to look at. It also has some of my announcements that you want to make sure you check out. But you can't rely upon these 2 items to make sure you have all your stuff turned in. And then to check, go to your grades. Okay? So do everything in your module, then make sure those to-do lists and the little dash marks are taken care of, those little warning signs that you have a missing assignment, and then check your grades. That's what you have to do to make sure you're on top of things. Okay. Thanks, guys. I'll talk to you later. Hope that cleared it up. Actually, I forgot one item. So you can also go to your calendar. But remember, your calendar is not like, it's pretty good. This actually shows, it's got a cross through of the assignments that something is in the grade book. So this one here, right, the discussion was on the to-do list, did have the late mark. I did it, turned it in. It's not graded yet, but it's crossed off my calendar. Here, the 2 assignments that I finished that were not on the to-do list, but were also late, they're now crossed off the calendar. So the calendar is also a pretty good place to look, but I still would double check all of your modules first. Go through your module, make sure you've done everything, kept up to date. Then you can use all these extra tools. You can double check your to-do list. You can make sure there's no little minus marks next to things. You can check your grade book and you can check your calendar. A nice thing about the calendar is that you can kind of see things that are farther into the future all in one look too, and kind of have them in the context of the month. So use all those tools. You have to use all those tools to keep up on your Canvas. Thanks. Talk to you later.